Please welcome to the stage, everyone, Noah.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, we learn so much from tragedy. When bad things happen, we adjust, we overcome. And we've all experienced that. You saw a video where I talked about my injuries, losing my arm, my leg, and the different successes that came from it I'm very proud of. But there's a lot of things that were in that story that aren't always told. And one of the things that was very impactful for me was, as an injured veteran, I got to find out the hard way that not all organizations are created the same. And I had several years of struggles where I had an organization turn their back on me when I needed them the most. And it really bothered me. Thankfully, I have a very strong family connection, my sisters, my kids, my parents, that help motivate me. And I actually used that to my advantage. I set out to prove things wrong to this one organization. And that led me to the cover of Men's Health, to Dancing with the Stars. And so I won't credit them, but I will say that my anger is what led me to drive on. But I look at my life now and it comes around full circle. When I was injured in the military and I lost that career, I thought that everything that I'd fallen in love with the military was gone. But then over time, I found that connection is still and will always be there with my brothers and sisters who have worn the uniform. But then what's really helped bring everything around for me is this moment right here with all of you. When Sheepdog, when Lance, Jamie, Rose, all these different people reached out to me, and they invited me to come on one of their retreats. As a veteran that had gotten some attention, and hold on one second. As a veteran that had gotten some attention, I suddenly wasn't looked at like a veteran that also had his own issues anymore. And that's how everything started to feel. And for a moment, I thought that's where I fit in. But it was when I was invited to go to Montana with Sheepdog and spend time with my brothers and sisters, even those that I'd never met before, but to feel that connection and to have a constant want for me to come back. That is what this organization is about. And it's the reason why I'm here right now. My wife and I just had a very successful golf tournament where we got to raise money for Sheepdog. I'd never done a golf tournament before, but I told her, I said, we have to do something for these great men and women because of what they're doing for us. And there's a quote that I love to use, and I think it fits perfectly right here. President Coolidge once said that a nation that forgets its offenders will be itself forgotten. And as I stand on this stage right now, and I look at everyone that's here. Yeah, we'd love to have a gala event and be in suits and tuxedos, but you know what? This is where we are. This is comfortable. This is great. This is beautiful. And this right here is why we will always be the greatest nation on the planet, because of all of you. Thank you so much, Jamie, Rose, Lance, everyone that is involved. Thank you for all that you've done for me. I just recently came off of Mount Kilimanjaro with Sheepdog with a group of great men. And I had a very impactful moment that happened on that mountain. For 7 days, I walked with all these men from sun up to sundown to each camp. In the last 2 days, that altitude really started to affect me. And that final night where you get up at midnight and you start hiking because you reach the summit as the sun comes up, I woke up highly motivated and moving a little quicker than I should have. My guide was even said, oh, they'll never catch up to us. We're moving so well. But then I started to slow down, and then my body started to react. And then the next thing I knew, I woke up to them dragging me off the mountain. And as I came off that mountain and I passed everyone on their way up, and I wished them luck on their way, I got back to my tent. I licked my wounds. I had my moment. But then I realized, you know what? This month, this October, I turned 40 years old. I lost my arm and leg when I was 24, when I thought I was unstoppable. And I look back on my life, even with my injury, and I'm able to see that I may not have summited that mountain, but I gave that mountain 7 days, everything I had, and it took it knocking me out to not reach it. And when I realized that, you know what, it's not always about that summit, it's about that ride. And knowing that you've learned your way there. And to be here is such an honor. And I'm going to leave you with one more quote that I hope, if you don't remember anything I've said just now, remember this. Obstacles are not excuses. They are ammunition you're going to use, and only you can decide how to use it. So whether you're climbing a mountain or you've just come across an organization that just doesn't rub you the right way, you find a way around it, you improve, you connect with the right people, and it's endless from there. Thank you very much.